What is up guys, Ram101 here, and today I'm bringing you actually quite an epic duel that I had earlier on today. It's I'm using Dragon Rulers. Now this isn't the typical baby Dragon Ruler deck that we had last format. It's a different Dragon Ruler deck, and as you know I'm testing a lot of decks out so I can kind of get ready for the next format, see what's working for me, see what's not working for me, so on and so forth. And I think this duel right here is going to represent what a really good duel between two really good players is going to be. So like I said, I'm running a variation of Dragon Rulers. It's like a synchron Dragon Ruler deck. It's still got the big guy, it's still got the Mecha Phantom Beastcraft. Big Eye should have really went to 1, as you'll see in this duel. I actually won because of Big Eye. Wait to the end to show you that. And he was running a, I'm not sure what he was running. He was running like a Yubel deck, I thought it was at first, but then he started to manipulate the levels quite a lot of his monsters, so then it turned into something else. And basically he would summon, he had lots of different levels in his deck. He had like level 8s, level 10s being Yubels, level 12s, level 11s, level 4s, all these different levels that he had in his deck. He probably had a card of every level. And basically he would use the what's the card? It's Queen's Light, something like that. Where basically you select 3 monsters on the field with it. No, you select 1 monster on the field, and then level 7 or higher, and then all monsters on the field become that level. And then he was using that to go into different XYZ monsters. He would go into like Heart Earth Dragon, so on and so forth. There was lots of different Hellofist, the dragon. Lots of different things he was going into. So yeah, it was a very interesting deck, very interesting build. Never seen anything like it before. And like I said, we had a really good duel. So yeah, after the commentary is done, stay tuned from that and check that duel out. But like I said, I think this is a good representation of what the next format is actually going to be like. Because as you can see, this is a very slow-paced duel. This is a 1-round duel. It wasn't a match. And it lasted about, I want to say 45 turns, and you can see how we weren't just going balls deep into things, and we weren't just running straight in there. Like, there was times where I could summon monsters, there were times where I could make plays, but I wasn't making plays because I was waiting for that Forbidden Lance, or I was waiting to get something. There's a point in this duel where you see he summons Yubel, and instead of letting Yubel stay there and basically waiting for him to destroy Yubel so he could summon Yubel Terror Incarnate, I think it is, the Yubel version up from that. Instead of waiting for him to do that, I instantly destroyed Yubel, so then he would summon a Terror Incarnate for the deck, or the Ultimate Nightmare, whatever it's called. Because the reason I did that was because we were coming so close to the end of our decks. We're about I think we were both at 12 cards, and I was going to deck out before him. So just in case we got to that point in the duel, I decided to go a step ahead of him, make him discard a card from the deck, and that way if it did get to the point where we're going to deck out, he would deck out first and I will win the duel. So it's smart thinking like that, it's slow paced thinking like that, like I said in my thoughts on the next format video. I think that's where this next format is going. They're going to be really slow-paced duels, and the person who thinks, the people who play conservatively, the people who don't, like I said, run out balls deep and just do anything because, are going to be the ones that win in this next format. As far as what decks I think are going to rule the next format, I honestly thought Redox Gadgets was going to be the deck that was going to rule the next format. But I have run into so many different decks. I've run into zombie decks that really utilize rank 6 monsters. I've run into spellbook decks that are really looking good in the next format. I've run into Dragon Ruler decks. The Dragon Ruler deck that I'm actually using now was another Dragon Ruler deck that I ran into just for my own twist. He was using things like Fog Knight or Fog King, I can't remember the name of it. He was using things like that I just hadn't thought of before. You can just normal summon that card without tributes and everything, and you have a level 7 monster on the field. Plus it's a water type, so you can banish it for tidal. So all works good in the end. There is lots of different things in this next format which are really going to see success. And my original thoughts on what was going to rule and what wasn't going to rule has really changed. Another card that I think should have got banned after I've seen and after I've tested out this next format is Ophion. That should have been either Ophion or Infestation. Not Infestation. Infestation Pandemic, I think it is. It's one of the Infestation cards. One of those two should have gone to 1. And one of the two needs to go to 1, just so you can use that play once to protect your Ophion, and that's it. You can't do it again. I prefer Infestation Pandemic to go to 1 because with Ophion, there's a chance you drew one in the first hand and then use Ophion's effect to get another one. So I prefer that spell card to go to 1 in the next format, just because that whole loop is just... it can be broken, especially when you've got multiple Infestation Pandemics in the hand. It's not fun to play against, to say the least. I've never run what's it called? Evil Swarm? Well, I have run Evil Swarm. Actually, have I? No, I haven't run Evil Swarm. I've run Steel Swarm. I was testing out different archetypes that I had missed on my over my break of Yu-Gi-Oh! And still now, I ran into a situation earlier on today when playing on Duel Network, and Duel Network's really pissing me off. I'm going back to DevPRO for a little bit because it's a lot easier to get around, a lot easier to play, a lot more fun in some cases. But yeah, I mean, some of the admins in Duel Network just really tick me off. I mean, I'm not going to give out the guy's name, but I ran into a situation earlier on today where my opponent was playing Black Winds, and that's another archetype which I'm really not familiar with. And this is one where you can normal summon it without tributing if your opponent has no monsters. It has 2000 attack, and basically he attacked into Stardust. So when he attacked into Stardust, I typed in the chat, wait, and then I read the effect of the monster, just in case it had an effect, because obviously a monster with 2000 running into a monster of 2500, I'm just like, okay, what? Because I didn't know the effect. So I said wait in the chat, and then started reading the monster's effect, and from what I know, that's by the bugs. And then this guy waited like, I believe when the admin checked the logs back, 6 seconds. And then after the 6 seconds, he played this other Black Queen from the hand that increased his monster by 1400. I can't remember the name of that either. And basically, he wouldn't go back on it, so I called the admin up myself. The admin came, and apparently I was in the wrong. Because after he'd played the card with 1400 attack, I had activated Dimensional Prison, which I was going to activate earlier on because I assumed he was going to do something. He either wanted the card in the graveyard, or he's going to change something during the damage step, like an Honest. Or when it was destroyed, he was going to summon something else or whatever. I thought he was going to get that card into the graveyard, and that's why I was going to activate Dimensional Prison, so it would be banished instead. So if he was going for a BLS or whatever, he couldn't do that. And the admin came then, and apparently I was in the wrong. So I finished up that duel. I actually went on to win the duel. I love it when an admin gets called, and after he's done doing whatever he does, nothing half the time. But after he's done doing what he does, he leaves, and then the guy's usually talking shit if the admin has done something, let's just say negatively towards you. The guy's talking shit. He's like, yes, he told you, blah 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 blah. So that guy was doing that. We went on to finish the duel, and I actually won. So all's well that ends well. But after that, I closed Duel Network, and I opened up DevPRO, and yeah, I'm enjoying DevPRO. That's what I'm going to be playing for the next few weeks, I think. I think I'll give Duel Network a miss for a while. Just that situation. There was another situation the other day, and the times I play as well. I put a lot of the time in the UK. Just to give you an example on my time zone, early morning and like early morning, like 2 a.m. because I'm pretty much nocturnal. During these times, there aren't many admins on, so if a guy is like like trying to pull the wool over my eyes or dicking around or whatever, I can't call anybody to sort that shit out. So yeah, the times I play plus some situations I've had with players and admins, I'm gonna give that site a miss for a while. But yeah, so if this duel has not finished yet, I'm not sure if it is because I'm recording commentary. I'll leave you with the end of that duel. Hopefully you enjoy it. I thought it was a very good duel and the guy I faced agreed. And for the comment section down below, let me know, what do you prefer, DevPRO or Dueling Network? Also guys, if you don't know so already, I am going to start live stream again on Twitch, so the link to that Twitch is in the description below. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's in the description below as well. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again guys, it's Round Banner 1 and I'm out. Peace, thank you for watching.